Pink, what about us? Us.
That we stood up and made the tough choices that needed to be made to preserve our way of life. You see, I don't know about you.
They shaving her head?
American century.
What's going on?
Government exists to protect our rights and serve our interests, and that no one should be tricked.
Every generation will be judged. So will we. Our children, grandchildren, save us.
I'm so confused. It's sweaty bald people.
God bless America.
I've heard this, I think. This used to be on the radio a lot, I think. Yes, I've heard this before.
We are searchlights we can see in the dark.
Okay.
We are rockets pointed up at the stars.
Talk that talk. I never seen the lyrics for real.
We are billions of
A
beautiful hearts.
Dang, her vocals are nice on here.
And you sold us down the river too far. What about
us?
What about all the times you said you had the answers?
Okay.
What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after?
Yeah, I heard this. This that
What
heat.
about us? What about all the
This song used to play in the summertime, bro, on repeat.
What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us?
Dang, that's tough though.
We are proud.
I'm trying to see what the concept of this video is. Of this video is, you know what I'm saying?
We are problems that want to be solved.
Dang, nah, facts though, bro. This is real. This is real. Because I feel like whenever we walk throughout life, we look at ourselves and be like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm nervous. But you don't understand that probably 90% of everybody else feel the exact same way. They scared to talk in front of people, which you have some people who just not scared. But a lot of people have the same feelings, but they just don't talk about it because they feel like it's unique to them. But a lot of people share the same feelings, bro. And it's like we do all have problems and we just want to solve our problems. But it's hard to solve them problems because everybody's separate. And nobody want to help out. Nobody want to come together and be like, oh, you struggle with talking in public? Well, I don't struggle in talking in public. Let me help you out and teach you how to be more bold and talk in public. This is what I do to be happy. Or give the perspective of somebody who talk well in front of other people to a person who don't talk well in front of other people. You picking up what I'm putting down? Like, that's very important, but we don't have that sense of community. And I low-key feel like part of that is social media, but that's probably why I try to use my platform to spread some positivity, to spread some unity, because that's what we need in the community right now. Whenever we got an issue that's plaguing the community, everybody in the community need to stand up and we need to figure out a way to fix it efficiently and quickly. I guess efficiently is quick.
We are problems that want to be solved. We are children.
Nah, facts, bro.
Need to be loved.
That's facts too. See, something that I really dislike, and I guess I'm not a parent yet, but I dislike whenever like I understand you a parent, but you have to nurture and teach kids because kids, they are, what's the word that I'm looking for? Kids are, they just unconscious. Like they don't, like a lot of the times they don't know. And even when they do know and they have an idea in their head, they not necessarily, yes, naive. Kids are naive. They not necessarily trying to like push your buttons. They trying to calculate like what's the ramifications of this action if I push it to the 10th degree. And sometimes you do have to be stern, but you also have to be understanding that this young person is trying to figure stuff out. And based on how you attack that, that's how they gonna see the whole world. And that's a huge responsibility. A lot of people have kids just to have kids, but that's a huge responsibility to be responsible for how somebody gonna live their entire life. You know what I'm saying? They very impressionable, very, very impressionable. So if they do something wrong and you smack them across the head every time they do it, now they're gonna be hesitant, shy to even push the bounds. So whenever they have to make a choice, they're gonna be scared because if I make the wrong choice, my punishment is getting slapped across the head. I'm gonna be punished severely for that. You know what I'm saying? On the opposite side, if your kid do something and they wrong, even though you do have to have those moments where you punish them harshly, depending on what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because some things in life you gonna get punished harshly if you do it, but some things in life you're not gonna get punished harshly. Kids be up in the store and they touch stuff, and parents be trying to whoop them. Hey, stop touching stuff. I told you, like, and I understand that you trying to get stuff done, but bro, explain to them what's going on. They confused. They don't know what's going on. You telling them, oh, don't do that because I told you not to do that. That's not giving an explanation. Imagine you a grown adult, you go into work and your manager say, I want you to do all of the work today. Everybody else gonna take the day off. And then when you ask them, why am I doing all of the work today? Did I do something wrong? They say, nah, just because I said so. You gonna look at them like they dang stupid, bro. You gonna want to quit the job. You don't think kids think the exact same, bro? Like, bro, you sitting there with a kid who don't know anything that's going on. He done did something, and instead of you explaining to them what's going on, and sometimes explaining not enough, and I understand that, but bro, break it down to them and let them know. And then if they don't understand, then you start putting in the ramifications, the stuff that's gonna really put it on them. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people learn from just being talked to like they human, not babied, but talked to like they human. Hey, I understand that you haven't been waking up on time, and it's putting stress on me because I gotta jump through hoops to get you to school. But I need you to really work with me. Me and you, we gotta work together if this gonna work. And if you work together, I'll reward you. Reward and punishment go together. You know, a lot of the times people will punish their kids, but they won't reward their kids. Like, you gotta have a balance, bro. And you gotta understand, as a parent, that's your responsibility. You did what you did. Now you gotta pay the toll. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yeah, sometimes kids just don't listen. I completely understand that. Like I said, if they just not listening and they need to be disciplined, discipline them. But a lot of the times I just see impatient parents because they dealing with stress in their life. And you know what I'm saying? You put that kid in a world where they gonna have to deal with stress that they didn't even ask to be here. So how you gonna be stressed and then put stress on your kids? Like, you can't project like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't do nothing. Sometimes they just there and they just be getting bullied, to be completely honest. Like, I swear, when I be at work, bro, I see some, like, parents just be like, bro, like, chill. Let the kid be a kid, bro. Like, he not gonna be able to explore and live like this forever, bro. Like, I understand if they doing too much, but it's a balance, bro.
That need to be loved. We were willing.
Like, your kids should love you, but also fear you.
But man, you fooled us. Enough is enough.
Dang.
Oh, what about us? What about all the times you said you had the answer?
These dances crazy, bro. Did you see how you got off this couch?
What about all the times you said you had the answer? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? Oh, what about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? Oh, what about love? What about trust? What about us?
This thing catchy, bro. Okay. I know they definitely did a dance challenge to this song just based off like what I'm seeing and how the song like go. This is definitely one of them songs that you could do like a freestyle to, for sure, for sure. Put it on TikTok, get a couple thousand, 100,000 views, you know, if you good enough. The dancers like this one. Facts, bro.
It's the start of us waking up. Come on, are you ready? I'll be ready.
Dang, bro, that's the spirit you gotta have in this life, because this life is not easy by any means necessary, bro. You gotta be tough for tough. You gotta be tough in this life, because you know some things will be handed to you, but a lot not gonna be handed to you. A lot of the stuff you gotta have to figure out. You gotta have to maneuver. You gotta have to work hard. You got to struggle a little bit so you can learn the lessons. Like, it's tough out here, but you can never give up. You got to be strong. You got to stand 10 toes. And when you get knocked down, you got to stand back up and be like, all right, what went wrong in that situation that I just experienced? And what can I improve to make the next situation hurt a little bit less, even if I do fall down? You know what I'm saying? And then instead of attacking it with like fear, attack it with caution and boldness. That's the two words that instead of attacking it with fear, being fearful of the situation that just knocked you down, be cautious because you understand that it has some danger element to it. But also be bold because you understand I'm attacking this situation with a little bit more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm attacking this with a little bit more intuition that I know not to mess up on this one part because this is where it went negative the first time. Come on.
Come on, are you ready? I'll be ready. I don't want control, I want to let go. Are you
Facts,
ready?
bruh.
I'll be ready. Now it's
Bros, I'm not gonna lie, every lyric she's spitting. Cause a lot of the times we feel like we want to control every aspect of our life. Oh, I want to make this amount of money. I want to like fall in love and have the love of my life right now. But number one, a lot of the times you're not ready for those type of blessings because you ain't went through all of the, like you haven't went down the road far enough to reach the destination. You know what I'm saying? You haven't experienced the things in order to make you be able to sustain that money or sustain that relationship. And a lot of the times we think that we want control because we don't have control, but really we just want to be able to relax and chill and enjoy ourselves and enjoy our life like how we did when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Like as a kid, you have a lot of boundaries, but in terms of freedom, you're really, really free. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We finishing up with like 2 more reactions and we vibing out.
Are you ready? I'll be ready. Now it's time to let
5 hours.
What about all the times you said you had the answer? So what about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? Hey, what about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about trust? What about what about us? What about us? What about
Bro, them vocals are punishing me
what about us?
in a good way.
What about us? What about us?
And that's the crazy thing, bro. I never really be like, I be tuned into the internet and stuff, and I feel like the internet has like over the years become more and more negative, more and more drama filled. But I really don't ever understand it. Like whenever like the LGBTQ plus and all of that stuff came out and it was such a big controversy, I didn't understand it because why do you care so much? Like, I understand it affect our children, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, each individual just want to live their life, bro. And like, why are you putting your 2 cents into what everybody else got going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did that affect me personally? You know what I'm saying? If my kid gonna end up how he gonna end up? Simple, bro. Like, simple. Everybody gonna end up how they gonna end up, regardless of, like, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situations that you're born into. Literally, that's literally the difference. The time period and everything that's going on, that's literally what's gonna mold you as a person. The people back then was not the same as us because they lived in different conditions. Wherever you born, like, you could be born in the United States, you could be born across the seas, and your life gonna be different. Just do it. Like, you got to teach somebody to live based on the circumstances that they got. And once you can master the circumstances that you got, you gonna master life. That's literally how it is. Master the circumstances you got, all of the negatives that you got, all of the positives you got. Find the best situation out of your life. And then whenever you pass away, whenever you on that deathbed, you're going to be like, I did the best with what I had. And that's how you really win in this game called life, bro. This was a good song. And it definitely made me think, what about us? What about me? How am I living my life? What do I want to do going forward? What type of mark do I want to leave on the world? I feel like I'm doing a very good job. But we could always do better. So very good song.